Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 2. Today we have a triple header going on. We got Trucks and Cup at Michigan, Xfinity at Mid-Ohio. So obviously two of those three races you think we'll do quite well in. And then there's Mid-Ohio, which I haven't raced in a very long time. Add that on to the fact that I hate the new road courses in this game. That's going to be a lot of pain and sadness, and that's probably where the majority of this episode is going to lie. But let's start off with Trucks at Michigan. Let's go. Alright, here we are qualifying the truck at Michigan. Again, using setups by HD Motorsports. We'll see if we end up using this in the race or not, but for sure I'm going to use it for qualifying. Probably didn't need to let off there, so I probably screwed this lap up already. But it should be good. Michigan's a wide track, lots of room to pass. So I think for the Cup Series, if we're smart, we should be able to manipulate the field pretty well. Let's see where we qualify. 15th, alright. So we're going to keep this setup in just so I can get familiar with it again. That's been the reason that I'm doing these setups in the trucks in the Xfinity Series, is so I can get familiar with them for when we get to the Cup Series. Because in the Cup Series, I need to focus all my attention on avoiding my rivals. So, but let's head off to the race.
Almost ready. Okay, be smart out there. Going green. Green flag. Green flag.
Alright, we got flicked over in lap 1 last time, so I just restarted. Hopefully I remember to edit that out.
Car outside.
If I don't, I'm really stupid. Now, this is not the race that I thought I'd be restarting. I thought this race would be a decent race for us, but I'm still a little tired. I just woke up, so made some moves I probably shouldn't have.
Stay right there.
Okay, Austin Wayne Self. Yeah, just throw yourself in there.
Stay right there.
That apron may be very tempting to get on. Note to self, do not get on that apron. That is what caused the last attempt failure.
Car high.
But my hope is that I can cut out a decent portion of this to save time, considering Mid-Ohio, if we don't get cautioned, we're going to be there for a long time. But if we do get cautioned, which is very probable, then it'll probably go by quite quickly, but
Clear low.
we'll see. But let's just try to cut out as much of this video as possible, and obviously with the class of the field here. But short stage is short race, so we'll probably won't cut out too much of it.
Clear low.
Alright, we've taken the lead with 1 lap to go in stage 3. But we are definitely the class of the field, no doubt about it. We also still have momentum. We've had momentum for about 3 full weeks now. And all 3 with doubleheader or triple headers. So that feels pretty darn good that I've been able to keep that momentum going this whole time. But obviously Mid-Ohio is probably going to shatter that dream of keeping it for Michigan Cup race. But who knows, maybe I'll suddenly gain talent in Mid-Ohio. That's the end of stage 1. I assume we'll all have to pit to make it to the end of the race. Yes, so we will all pit now. No tires. I'm probably going to lose a bunch of spots, yep. Because not everybody pitted. I'm the leader of the people who did pit, which is something I wasn't expecting. I thought maybe they would do 2 tires or something. Make sure we're good on fuel. We will be, yes. It said 10 laps to go when we ended the last stage. So obviously with a couple laps being shut off by the caution, we should be fine. But we also now have a bunch of mixed strategy going on here. These guys who are racing for stage points in stage 2 Sure, let's just go 4 wide. Luckily, it's Michigan, unlike on the championship mode where I was going 4 wide at Pocono. Because that was a good idea. Alright, just we're faster than them. I don't need to be bump drafting. Yeah, lots of people who aren't normally up here. There's still some people, I believe. Who is that leading? I can't tell. That might... No, it's not Ryan Truex. He pitted. I'm going to bump Regan Smith here.
Hold your line.
We also got the Happy Dog car of David Gilliland up there, showing off the Happy Dog to everyone instead of me. Tyler Young is leading. Not anymore. I'm going to take this stage from you, good sir. And all of them will pit here. So, I guess that's not a bad strategy. It was only a 2-lap stage. They could make it. All these guys are going to be in the back of the pack anyway. So, everybody's pitting again, though. So, I would have gained the lead anyway. Do not pit. So, actually, that strategy ends up working out a lot better than previously anticipated. Now, it looked like Truex, Nemechek, they took either 2 tires or no tires and just some insurance fuel. Let's just triple check we're good on fuel. Yep, we're good. Hopefully no green, white checkers, but as also demonstrated in my 2018 championship mode, the AI are not prone free of wrecking. So be sure to check that out. I was a little behind on getting that rendered and uploaded after the stream, so I apologize if you did not get a chance to look at it because it took so long. I was very distracted yesterday, so hopefully I'll get that done right after this recording session. But we have taken the lead. I don't foresee any issues, so I'm going to cut out here, and I'll see you guys on the white flag.
Gotta come in for fuel.
Alright, here we are coming to take the white flag. Fuel alarm's on, but white flag has been taken. Hopefully, no alternative versions of the overtime rule are in play today. Pulled out to about a 6-second lead. No competition, no caution, no nothing. So it looks like next week I'll have the new paint schemes. I haven't looked at the stats for this month, previous month, March yet, so definitely get the paint schemes changed up for next month. But we're gonna win easily. Easily.
Great job.
That might be the biggest gap on a non-fuel mileage race that I've ever won by. Oh, almost 7 seconds. That's ridiculous. So it looks like some of the mixed strategy end up helping some people. Young is up there still. Friesen was up there, so good for them. Obviously, truck race, low-paying event, so probably not getting too much money there. That's our 9th win of the series in the truck series. So here we are in victory lane. I actually remembered to go to it this time. That's another win for the Happy Dog in spirit, of course. And I will see you at Mid-Ohio for qualifying, assuming that nobody else has any awesome thing to say to me. Alright, we do need to select a new incentive contract for the Xfinity Series. Again, we're just going to go for the lowest one. And now we can head off to the track. Alright, here we are starting our qualifying lap. We're going to be last. I went off the track about 3 times in the warm-up lap. So I'm going to try to be extremely cautious here. Try to make every corner not go off the track, and then maybe we can not qualify last. I think I got a feel for the course. I got my trusty track map on my other monitor just in case. because this game obviously doesn't provide those things to you. This is the long straightaway. This next turn is the turn I did not brake enough for, so we gotta be... And I still didn't brake enough for it. Wow, it's like the brakes do nothing. Alright, forfeit qualifying. That was a worthwhile investment of my time.
Almost ready. Nice and smooth here. Going green. Green flag. Green flag. Clear left.
Alright, so this race could go one of two ways. This could go either extremely painfully, or there's gonna be a million cautions and we're never actually gonna get to race. So, or there could be pit strategy involved. Usually there's some sort of pit strategy involved in these road courses. But I think this race is short enough to where we're not gonna have any of that.
Car left.
These corners are so slow.
Clear left.
Let's also not accumulate too much damage in this, because this long straightaway we would be absolutely terrible in if we had some damage. So, alright.
Car left.
Looks like we're going to successfully make it through the corner that I screwed up in both times in qualifying. Just going to try to get underneath Lumpton there, but did not work, so we'll go on the other side.
Careful.
Okay, and he's just going to run into me. That's fine, too. That's going to be a caution right there.
Yellow flag. Yellow
Yep.
flag. Easy.
I should have heeded the advice of some other YouTubers and changed the cautions in this to relax yellows. But I didn't. We're not going to pit because I think we can make it to the end without pitting. With the another stage caution.
Almost ready.
We'll see
They're
where
about
we
to go
end up.
green. There's the green flag. Car right.
We're in the grass already.
Car left. Clear left. Caution. Caution. Caution.
There's the
Watch for
understage too.
debris.
That was all my fault. That was all my fault. We're not pitting. We're going to gain a bunch of track position. Let's see what we can do with it. Let's see what we can do with it. I told you we'd be able to make it to the end. Because I've been on the other side of that pit strategy where I was like, oh, they can't make it to the end, so I pit, and then they totally make it to the end, so. So I know what it's like to be on the... What for? You know how I said this was probably going to be an extremely long episode? I take that back. This is going to be an extremely short episode, assuming that we don't have 21 green light checkers. Which is, of course, very possible.
2 to go.
In fact, we're already on one now. Well, this might be regulation, but still.
Easy. Hold your line. Car right.
We have not safely completed a lap, I don't think, so it's very possible that we might just have endless green light checkers. But considering the race is almost entirely over 4 wide in this corner, that works. Can I save it? I saved it. Thanks to Justin Allgaier. Well, it looks like Joey Logano and Brendan Gaughan are leading. So those would be some guys I wouldn't mind being in the playoff because they're usually not that great. Logano being the main one. But I'm just going to brake super early for this corner because I'm terrified of it. Really, this middle portion of the track is just terrifying for me. I understand the opening portion, I understand the ending portion. Just this middle portion that's completely foreign to me.
Stay right. Stay right there.
Alright. We're not going to win this thing. But if we can at least cross the start-finish line, we can say this race will end within the next 3 minutes.
Clear left.
Well, we got a really good corner there. It's possible. Let's not go in the grass, though. It's possible we might get to second, but I don't think we're going to win this thing. I don't know what that's going to do for our momentum. I would, again, hope that we can keep it so then we can do well at Michigan. But I have my doubts.
Stay right. Stay right there. Car left. Clear left.
Alright, made it around gone. I still don't think we're going to catch Logano, but
Car left.
especially now that I don't really have anybody to gauge my braking zones off of. But if Gone stays like right next to me, then maybe.
Car
But
left.
I really do need someone to gauge my braking zones off of. At least here in Road America and Canadian Tire, for sure. Walking Glen and Sonoma I kind of got down to a science, but these two I only go to once a year, and usually it takes me forever. Oh no. Okay, made it.
Car right.
Glen's gonna pass me, but we made it. We didn't go off track. Oh, I just completely ran into Brendan Gaughan. Me and Gaughan had some issues in the 2018 championship mode last race. Oh no. No, do not go on the pit road. Do not go on the pit road. Do not go on the pit road. Save it. Get a top 10.
Top 10.
Okay.
Can't complain about that.
We went from 3rd to 6th, which could have been a lot worse considering what I just did. We beat our previous speed rating of 85. Wow. It's the second lowest speed rating now. That's an accomplishment. But Joey Logano won, so that's good. He's usually not up there, so that'll help us in the chase. Alright, one low payday for a 6th place finish. That's the first race we haven't won in a very long time when you think about it. We're still not in the lead in points, which astonishes me. But we'll head back to the menu, see if there's anything to take a look at before we head off to Michigan. Alright, as I feared, we lost our momentum. So, that's unfortunate. But, we only have 4 races to the playoffs, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the season when you think about it. So that's good. Let's head off to Michigan, put in the custom setup, and head off to qualifying. Alright, here we are starting our qualifying lap at Michigan. Again, using setups by HD Motorsports. No idea what this is gonna do. I feel like when we came here the first time, we didn't do too well. And I have a theory as to why that is. For about 5 or 6 races, I had an issue where I was just being way too aggressive because these setups were so fast. And I feel like Michigan was one of those, and it would make sense, honestly. But now that I have a little more control over it, I feel a lot more comfortable. Well, let's see if we don't qualify last.
All right.
31st. That's about to be expected, but hopefully we can circumvent the majority of our rivals. I'll turn it over to PRN.
This week, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series races back to Michigan International Speedway for the Pure Michigan 400. Michigan is the fastest track in NASCAR, making it a fan and driver favorite alike. In 2016, another fan favorite, Kyle Larson, picked up his first ever win, opting to ride his signature high line for nearly the entire race. Can he do it again today? It's time to find out.
Time to find out, but today I plan on me being the one using the Kyle Larson line. But before we even have a chance to do that, Michael McDowell's going to immediately run us off the track.
Hold your line. Car outside.
Yep, we're not going to make it to turn 1. Freaking Michael McDowell. Well, that's what I get for starting on the inside. I hate my life sometimes. I really do. And this is only my first recording session. And Mid-Ohio didn't go terribly. I finished 6th. I could have finished 3rd if it wasn't for one stupid mistake. Alright, let's get up to speed and just use this high lane. You just gotta be very selective of who we're next to when we get off the corners. Is what we have to do. And it's what I've done really well in the last couple races when you think about it. Is being super selective of who I end up being next to coming off the corners. At the front straightaway, the AI leaves you room on the top. The back straightaway, it does not. So I can be super aggressive in 3 and 4, but I need to be a little more cautious in 1 and 2 as to who I end up next to off the corner. Like a prime example of that is I would rather be next to no one. I'm going to go right here. Look at me being smart. Look at me being smart. And I'm sure immediately after I say that something's going to go horribly wrong, but like that almost did. We also got Matt Kenseth, one of our rivals. Jamie McDirtbag. I assume he would be a rival, considering I call him a dirtbag every day.
Car there.
Alright, let's go single file, try to be next to somebody who won't murder us. Or nobody, again. That would be beneficial as well. We're up to 17th already. This is the last lap of the stage, however, so I don't think, unless I have a really good 3 and 4 running the absolute definition of the Kyle Larson line. Literally, I hit the wall and all. There's your rhyming with Aaron segment for the day. But we're going to finish 17th in stage 1, which, considering I was wrecked on lap 1, is a good starting point. We can make it to the end of the next stage, no problem. I don't know if the AI can, however. And we're also on the inside next to Dale Earnhardt Jr., who is a known rival. Casey Kane might also be a rival. I'm just going to back off because I can tell Jr. is not going to let me have anything. And yes, I know it's not pronounced Kane. I was just trying to make a joke. I apologize if I offended all of the people who were teenage girls when Casey Kane was actually adorable.
Stay on the top. Stay right there.
Alright, let's see how many spots we can get here while everybody's bunched up.
Clear low.
Paul Menard's having a good race. I do not want to be anywhere near Paul, though. He's a rival. I believe Chase Elliott's a rival as well. Might be wrong on that, no, but... Well, if he wasn't, he certainly is now. As is possibly Denny Hamlin.
Caution is out.
And they couldn't make it to the end of the stage. I can. So I'm going to inherit the lead here. We got Jimmy Johnson behind us, so I don't think he's going to give us a push. I don't believe he's a rival. Like I said many times before, we don't have very many front runners who are rival. Kyle Busch would be an exception. Matt Kenseth would also be an exception to the rule. But we might be able to win the stage. We have a super fast car, obviously. So if we can just run it out without any altercations, I think we can win this stage. And then we'll have more fuel than everybody when we pit at the end of the stage. So that'll be beneficial as well.
Okay, that's the halfway mark.
Halfway mark right there. Okay. So a few laps before the end of stage 2. But yeah, we're pulling away. We're just pulling away. Not nearly as quickly as the truck race. Well, caution's out. There's the end of the stage. So we just won a stage. That's good. We don't do that very often. Or who am I kidding? We do that all the time. But we're going to have to pit. So that's the downside of that strategy call. But I can stay out longer than everybody and hope there's a caution. Which, considering the AI has caused almost all the cautions thus far, it's definitely possible. We're only one lap short, too. If I can save a little fuel, which I've totally been able to do in the past, totally. If I can save a little bit of fuel, we can make it to the end, and I think that might be a worthwhile investment. But we also experimented with a similar strategy in the 2018 Championship Mode stream the other day. Oh, there's a crash. And that's going to save me all the fuel. No caution for that, seriously? I was just going to say, that's going to save me all the fuel I need with that caution, but guess not. What the frick, game? That was very clearly a wreck. Oh, and now I'm next to Eric Jones. Well, was Eric Jones always a rival, or is he one of the new ones? I don't remember. Considering over half of this field is my rival, I really don't know sometimes. Oh, car! What was that? Did you see the car doing like the wobbles and then just go straight into the wall? That doesn't happen on a normal basis. Well, now we're a ton of seconds behind. That was very strange. I've seen it do that one other time, but I was able to save it. But that time, I just could not save it. That is very strange. That is very strange. But we're catching up on the field at a lightning pace. I've never passed someone with so much speed. Well, when does it go down to 6? I guess would be the better question. Before I decide what my official pitch strategy is going to be.
Stay right there.
It goes down to 6 after the start-finish line, so we might have actually been able to save enough fuel here. It goes down to 6 right there. So it's going to be darn... Oh, it did the thing again. It did... the death wobbles... Danica freaking Patrick. Dang it! Not much I could have done about that situation, folks.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Nice and smooth here. Going green.
And now it's a race to the finish. Because everybody can make it on fuel. I'm so mad. I'm so unbelievably mad. We've got 4 laps to pass as many cars as possible. That isn't good, considering we have very limited passing opportunities.
Stay right there.
Like now would be one of those. We're just gonna go 4 wide here, no big deal.
Hold your line.
And then get a huge run. Luckily they leave the outside lane open for us, so we can just keep going. We just gotta find an opening before we get to the backstretch. Okay, or I can drive it in really deep and start sliding for some reason. That hasn't happened.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Nice and smooth here. Going green.
Okay.
2 to go.
Now we only have 2 laps to go from the back to the front. Can't really blame Corey LaJoy for that one, unfortunately. I would love to. Can't really blame Corey LaJoy for that one.
Easy. Hold your line.
I just drove it into the corner and it started sliding for the first time in this entire race. The setup has been incredibly stable on the sliding part of it. Alright, let's see how many spots I can get. White flag is out, sponsored by Pain and Sadness. Because that's what this game is all about.
Keep it right there.
Alright, we're going to try to get in next to Suarez. I don't think Suarez is a rival. But I don't want to pass anybody down low because that'll give up my prime real estate that nobody wants.
Clear low.
Car's getting the heebie-jeebies again for some reason. And I couldn't get any spots there. What is it with the heebie-jeebies game? 26. I lost that spot to Stenhouse, too. Well, that was a failed effort there. We did win a stage, however. So that'll help us salvage some points, but, I mean, that still doesn't make me feel any better about the situation that just occurred. Hashtag blame Danica. Hashtag blame Danica. That's another playoff point for us. That's good. Let's head back to the menu and see what we got on the torture schedule next week. In the torture schedule we have next week is the Bristol triple header, which I'm actually attending in real life this year. So let's try to maybe sweep all 3 races, but that's not going to be easy in the Cup Series because there's not much real estate there. So let's just see if there's any new rivals, because that's always the favorite pastime of all of us, isn't it? So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Nope, we're still at 25. Xfinity Series, we're still at 4. And Truck Series, we're obviously doing fine because we're winning every race. So, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.